Hello guys, this is Abigail. You can call me Abby. I'm an artist, but not art in general. I have my art deals with banana leaves. So it's banana leaves and drawing and using colors too. So we do it on papers. It's an art that I've been doing for so many years. As we started using only banana leaves. So this is a banana leaf, the dry one. That is what we use. So we use different types of colors. We have this colored. You can also find one that is pure yellow, and inside it can be either white colored or purple or even black or mixed of colors. So it depends with what you want to do. So like me here, I want to do just one sample. That is just a card that I have a sample of it. This is pure banana from A to Z. There's nothing else. A to Z, it is banana. But now this, we used to do it, it's when we started, that is some years back. But as years go by and days, we modify things. So you'll find that we will use Ankara, we will use Masai shawls, we will look for paintings, and other types of things that you can use in art. So here are the different types of design, and this work is not as easy as people think, but if you're dedicated, it is easy. Now, so in my work, I used to get customers whereby they tell you, they give you designs, or they just tell you words like, I want something for this season. So you're like, how am I going to do this thing? They don't want your designs. Like me, when I started with the old school designs. Like when you go to Burundi, you'll find these people. It was traditional thing. You'll find these people doing this kind of work. When you go to Burundi or Rwanda, you'll find them doing it. Now, we also have those old women who used to dig when a woman is digging. Yeah, so those days you'll find that we used to come up with these designs. These are like somebody who is digging. You can see here. But now this one is modified where people want something that is colorful. So we use vitenge, you can use Masai shawls and all that. We had a second design that was somebody who was preparing a meal. They used to use it for when they are preparing maize, cassava, like other things like wimbi, mtama, such things. Yeah, so as days go by, somebody will tell you, can you do me something that is kind of village? So you'll find such pictures. Now, you will get now a white person. A white person will tell you, me, I love festives. Now, can you do me something that is kind of Christmas thing? So you're like, Christmas? What is Christmas? What is there? Now you try to find out those pictures of Christmas, how they imagine it. Now you make it. So you'll find, they tell you, do me like, we have Christmas, that is the birth of Jesus. You'll find it somewhere here, like this one here, the birth of Jesus. Another person will come, I want an Easter thing. Jesus resurrecting, something like this. Another person will come, no, me, I want animals. Now you'll have to create those things and make them. Yeah, so as years go and go, everyone will come up with their own things. Now that's why I came up with an album whereby when you come, I show you my designs and you choose. If you feel like whatever you want is not there, so you just tell me by words, then I'll create something like that. Like somebody, I need a card for I want to tell somebody to get well soon. So you'll ask them, what kind of picture would you wish to see there? Now, I want a flower. We'll go ahead and create that flower for you. We can also put the words you want, but mostly your words will come inside. Mine is just 1 or 2 words, but for you, with your wishes, you're free to put anything you want inside there. Now here, I want to show you how we used to make them, the old style. Now, we have these papers. We call them manila papers. So the paper itself has a size. Now it depends also with the size that you want, but most people want this size, 36 by 8. So you fold it into 2. That's how we used to fold it. There. Now that's the card itself. Now you draw the picture you want to be there. Like now here, I want this picture to be there. So I have first to create the parts of the person. Like here you can see she's carrying a baby. So she has a top, she has a skirt. A skirt can be 2 pieces, 1 piece, or 3, anyhow. Now this is just a village thing. So most people use it to, like when you are taking it to your mother, your grandma, or your wife, or your sister too. So many people like this picture. So I want us to try and make one. Here I have a sample that I've made one, but it is not complete. But I want to show you how we make it. As you can see here, I want us to make to try and make this card. So, but we are making a digital one, as in it is modified. So it means we are going to use Ankara material. We are going to use a black pen and a black paper. We are going to use a laser blade to remove now the size of this woman. Now, let's do it. You can't use a whole laser blade, so you have to cut it at least into 2. So I have, I'll use a blackboard, not a blackboard, it's a plywood. Now, this is Ankara fabric or African fabric. So you can either use the ones women use or the ones Maasai use. The Maasai ones is different from this one. Now, but here we want to make it so colorful, and so we are using Ankara. Now, this is what we do. We also use wood glue. But if you find that the wood glue is hard or thick, so you try to soften it by using you mix it with office glue for it to soften. Now this is what you do. We want to cut now the first part of the skirt. So here, instead of using a laser blade like we used to do it old days, we use a scissor. Now you trace the part with the scissor. You be very careful with the size. The modern style is it a bit takes longer than the old style, because this one, if you want this one, you have to cut 1 by 1. But the old style, we used to cut a lot of them. Now let me show you how we used to do it. A lot. So like you can take, now this is 1. You could still add. You keep on adding. You can even do like 5. Add 5. You can also add 10. So here you can do more than 1. It's easier. But if you're using Ankara, you have to do just one piece. If you want 50 pieces, now you have to go one until to 50. Unlike when you're using banana leaves you can even do like 5 times and you have 50 of them. But now, because now people demands the colorful thing, so you'll have to go with their style. Yeah. So here we've done one piece. Let's do the second piece. We can still mix them and it will just look good. Now that's the second part of the skirt. Now let's do the kikoi for the child, call it baby carrier. Yeah, so this one we have to, since it's different colors, I want to use a lining material. Lining are also allowed to use because it's colorful. Yeah, so I want to use a lining that is a different color from the ones that I've cut. So I need a red one. Yes, now just a piece. Yeah, so I'll do just one. So depending on how soft it is, you can still use a laser blade. So it depends on how fast and how easy it is for you. So you can either use a laser blade, you can use a scissor, it is up to you. If you decide to use a laser blade, it has to be new. Of course, an old one can't work. Now, that is the second part. Now we need a shirt for the woman. Now, doing a shirt, you also have to look for a different type of color. That is not red, it is not these colors that we have here, it is not even this black one. So now, which color do we choose? You can either do, you can't do white because already the main material is already white. So it is impossible, it won't be seen. Let's use purple. Purple is also good. Yeah, and it's different from them. So me, I normally prefer using a laser blade because it is faster and it is clean. And you don't have to struggle. You get the straight measurement without struggling. And it's done. As you can see, we've already done the woman only. So here where we have to use to put her legs, we will use a black pen, the head, the hands and the head of the child. Now she's carrying a traditional basket where they used to harvest sorghum or millet. As you can see here, it is either the sorghum or the millet. It's just a sample, not the real thing. Yeah, because this is art, you know. Yeah, so here we want to do the basket. Now those old baskets, most of them used to be kind of brown, white, colorful. It depends with the art that they used to do those days. Yeah, so I want us to do the basket. Now the basket, I will use a paper, a brown paper to cut it. We normally used to use a banana leaf that is white. So as you can see, this is white. So this part is the one we used to take from this one. Yeah, so now, but now because we've modified it, we are using a brown paper. Yeah, now, so using a paper, cutting a paper, we have to use a scissor or a laser blade. Now it will depend with you. Now we already have the sample here, the measurement itself. So me, like always, I love using a laser blade. So it will depend with you. Now, there we are done with the main things that we have to use. Now, back to our sample. Now, the sorghum itself, making it, you can either use a pen, you can use a banana leaf, or you can use a black pepper. But now, getting the leaves nowadays is another thing. It's very hard getting them. So nowadays you have to ask for them and pay for them actually. And they're less nowadays. So finding them, it's hard. So that's why we decided to be doing now, modifying them to make our work easier. So we have black peppers that we normally buy them like this. Yeah, so we use a ruler to cut. Yeah, now it depends with the size that you want, but me, I want a small one, a very small size. There, 2 pieces are enough for me. So the same black pepper you can use it anywhere that you want to use black on your card. It still works. You can use either pen, black pepper, or if you have the banana leaf that is black, well and good. So making this, you'll need this one, and you'll need the banana leaf, but you'll need a small one, a very small part. Now this part that you need, you have to make it soft. It has to be very soft, so that when you put it on this paper, it won't come out. Now this is how we do it. Yeah, here we just need a small thing. That's how soft it is. Yeah. Now, the second part, we have now to draw where we are going to put this woman of ours. Now on the main paper. Yeah, here we normally you can use a pencil or a pen, because it's just a small mark where you have to begin putting the woman. So as for me, I'm just using the down part, the lowest part of the skirt. Yeah. Now that's the point where I have to put this woman of mine. Now doing it, now I have to stick it using my wood glue. Begin. You let it dry for around 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes it will have dried, so that you can continue. But if you have a lot of pieces now, as what I've shown you, so you do it as you put them somewhere in line. You don't put them together at once, zitashikana. So you put them aside as they dry up. Then you keep on going to the next step, but you can still start with one thing, like the lower part, the first part. Then you finish, if you have like 100 pieces, you finish that part, then you go the second part, until you finish the whole thing. Yeah, so here I'm just showing you one sample. Yeah, so after it has dried, now we draw our sorghum using the black pepper. Now, because it's already in mind, I don't really have to draw the lines. But for a beginner, you will have to draw the lines. So you will have to make measurements for all of them, like the way I've done the lower one. So you will have to do the measurements for these lines. Now, for me, since I have it in mind and I've been doing it years and years, I'll just have to do it at once. There, now those are the branches. Now we have to put the leaves. The leaves, we are using the banana leaf, the one that we softened. Yeah, so you put it to the size that you want, and it has to be colorful. The sorghums are not just one color, right? Yeah, so. See how nice it is, and it's very easy. Actually, it is easy, not that hard. Yeah, so now we are going to use a pen now to do the finishing. We to do the finishing we are going to use a pen, but first we have to put the parts, the remaining parts of the woman, of which we have the head of the child, the hands, and the legs. But now here, I want us to use the black paper. You can either use a mark pen, a black pen, a black paper. It is Africa, so we are blacks. Yeah, so here, I'll take the size of, now, from my eyes, I can see it is, the size of the head is around, how many inches? That is half an inch. So I'll cut a paper that is half an inch, the size. You mark, then you cut. Yeah, so I have to make sure I've created the head very well. Now using my laser blade. Now the hands. This you use it, you can still use a measurement like I've done these ones. That is if you're not yet familiar with this art. But if you're also good, you can use a pen. If you know how to draw that hand exactly, you can still use a pen. But now for the easiest part is to find a measurement of it and cut it out and use it. Yeah, but for me, I already have it in my hands already, so I'll just do it immediately. Now, our next step are the legs. So you can still use a pen or anything that is dark. So you have to be very careful. The paper, as you're using it, you don't have to put any other thing apart from what you're doing, or else it will be considered dirty. Yeah, so here I'm going to use a pen and show you how you can still use a pen or any other thing that will just make it appear black. The kind of pen we use is not just a normal pen. It's a pen called roller pen. Yeah, it's a roller pen. it can still, if the ink is over, you can still add more ink instead of buying another pen. But if you buy it, the ink that is there, normally it is not good for this art. It appears at the back, of which it's not supposed to appear. So it is good that when you buy it, you remove the ink inside and put the ink that you normally buy in a bottle, the one that we fill pens. Yeah, so if you use that one, it will be way better and it appears smart and doesn't appear on the other side of the paper. Yeah, so here I'm going to show you how I'll put her legs. And as you can see, she looks like she's harvesting. She's not standing. She's going round as she's harvesting. So the legs are not straight. So she has to appear like she's walking. Yeah, now. She's walking. So if you're used to this art or like the drawing art, this one is mixed up. It is drawing, patching, and as you can see, it's a lot of things. So it's not like plain art like drawing. Those people who normally draw pictures, they only use paints only. But here you can still use the paints if you want different colors. Yeah, so you can either use the materials, but if you are able to paint these colors, still well and good. There are those who make them using totally painting. Yeah, so we are going to put the next thing on it. Of course, she's stepping somewhere, right? She has to be still like she's stepping somewhere, not on the air. If I leave it like this, she's stepping on the air. So she's stepping somewhere. Now, the same thing we are going to, now, that as you can see first, the basket is not complete. So it has to be covered. And you have to see that it's covered. This is just one piece, but it has to be two pieces. So there is the one, they put the sorghum inside, and there is the cover. So for you to make it look like it is two pieces, you have to draw a line somewhere here in the middle. It is obvious there is two pieces. It is covered, isn't it? Yeah. So now, the next part before we put where she's standing or where the sorghum is, we have to put grass on it. Now you can still use the materials that I've shown you, but now we use a pen. Let's use a pen. Now this is just another way and easy way of making it. We use just a pen. Now we are going to put the ground that she's stepping on. You can still use a pen. You can still use a black paper, and you can still use the banana leaf. Now here, the banana leaf that we normally use the part that is yellow or the part that is colorful. Of course, the ground has also different types of soil, different colors of soil. So it also depends with you. If you put the yellow soil, there's the red one, there's the green one. Now it depends with you with what you want to put. If I want to use green, I can still do. That is painting now, because you will not find a banana leaf that is green. It is very hard. Yeah. So I'm going to use this colored one. The banana leaf that I'm using, I take the small one, I make it as I had shown you. They are very soft. If it is so much dry up like this one, you see like this one is so dry, you can just put it into water just for 2 seconds, you remove it, then it softens, then you can do your work. Yeah, so here, the one we are using, so you have to make sure the paper is ever clean, because nobody will buy it if it's dirty. So we put the ground. card is ready. Now you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. If you want me to write some words for you, there are those people who will come like, we want you to use banana leaves, putting some nice words for us. Yes, it is possible. You can use either the banana leaf or you can use the black paper, like I had shown you on these cards. Yeah, like this one. This one we've written the words using a banana leaf and a pen, but you can still use the black paper. Yeah, both ways are possible. Then now, this part is where we leave it for you. Now, you can also put, that is if you have a company or if you want to open your own company, you can just put your badge down here. So most of them you'll find some badge related to me. Yeah, and also it depends with your order. If you still want to order, you just say, like, I have some samples, you choose whatever you want, then I make it for you. It is very much affordable. You can still decide to tell us to do a bigger size. You just say the size that you want, so we will just make it for you. That is for success cards. Now, apart from success cards, what we also do, I have a sample that we do this wall pictures. So like you'll find people, they want this old, this woman, the old woman, the women, those old women who used to dig with the kids at their back. Yeah, so we still do it for you. Now, it also depends with the design that you want. So I just made this design because somebody wanted it. I also have another design that they also like a lot, which is a village one. So you just describe to whatever you have. If I have a picture related to that, I'll send you. If not it, we do the modification. So be my guest. Okay, now this is, it's all for the postcards and the wall pictures. Now I want to move you to another session whereby we will look at other things that I do apart from these ones. Yeah.